Passed. Those who are for the motion, please say yeah. Those who are against, please say no. Ayes have it, ayes have it. The motion is carried and the bill is passed. I request the Minister for Finance and Planning, Legislative Affairs, I request the Minister for Finance and Planning, Legislative Affairs to move the motion for taking into consideration of the Andhra Pradesh Decentralization and Inclusive Development of All Region Bill 2020. Minister.
I beg to move that the Andhra Pradesh Decentralization and Inclusive Development of All Regions Bill 2020 be taken into consideration.
Motion moved. The question is that the Andhra Pradesh Decentralization and Inclusive Development of All Region Bill 2020 be taken into consideration. Those who are for the motion, please say yeah. Those who are against, please say no. Ayes have it, ayes have it. The motion is carried. The bill is considered. I shall request the Minister for Finance and Planning, Legislative Affairs to move the motion for passing the bill as passed by this House earlier. Minister.
Sir, I beg to move that the bill be passed.
The question is that the bill be passed. Those who are for the motion, please say yeah. Those who are against, please say no. Ayes have it, ayes have it. The motion is carried and the bill is passed.
Minister for Endowment.
Yes. Is that? Minister for Endowment. Now the Minister for Endowments.
Adhyaksha, I beg to move for leave to introduce the Andhra Pradesh Charitable and Hindu Religious Institutions and Endowments Amendment Ordinance 2020.
Leave granted. Leave granted.
Leave granted. I request the Minister for Endowments to move the motion for taking into consideration of the Andhra Pradesh Charitable and Hindu Religious Institutions and Endowments Bill 2020. Minister, please move the motion.
I beg to move that the Andhra Pradesh Charitable and Hindu Religious Institutions and Endowments Amendment Bill 2020 be taken into consideration.
Motion moved. The question is that the Andhra Pradesh Charitable and Hindu Religious Institutions and Endowments Amendment Bill 2020 be taken into consideration. Those who are for the motion, please say yeah. Those who are against, please say no. Ayes have it, ayes have it. The motion is carried and the bill is considered. I request the Minister for Endowments to move the motion for taking into consideration of the Andhra Pradesh Charitable and Hindu Religious Institutions and Endowments Amendment Bill 2020. Minister, please move the motion.
I beg to move that the bill be passed.
Motion moved. The question is that the Andhra Pradesh Charitable and Hindu Religious Institutions and Endowments Amendment Bill 2020 be taken into consideration. Those who are for the motion, please say yeah. Those who are against, please say no. Ayes have it, ayes have it. The motion is carried and the bill is considered. I shall now put the clause to move. There are no amendments to clause 2 and 3, clause 1, enacting formula and long title, and they are before the House. The question is, those who are for clause 2 and 3, clause 1, enacting formula and long title, please say yeah. Those who are against, please say no. As have it, as have it. Clause 2 and 3, clause 1, enacting formula and long title do stand part of the bill. I shall now request the Minister for Endowments to move the motion for passing the bill. Minister.
Adhyaksha, I beg to move for leave to introduce the Andhra Pradesh Charitable and Hindu Religious Institutions and Endowments Second Amendment Bill 2020. అయిపోయింది పాస్ అని చెప్పి. I beg to move that the bill be passed.
The question is that the bill be passed. Those who are for the motion, please say yeah. Those who are against, please say no. As have it, as have it. The motion is carried and the bill is passed.
నెక్స్ట్ ఇంకోటి కూడా అయింది, ఇది సెకండ్ అమెండ్మెంట్, ఇది కూడా అయింది సెకండ్ అమెండ్మెంట్.
I request the Minister for Endowments to move the motion for leave to introduce the Andhra Pradesh Charitable and Hindu Religious Institutions and Endowments, Second Amendment Bill 2020. Minister.
I beg to move for leave to introduce the Andhra Pradesh Charitable and Hindu Religious Institutions and Endowments, Second Amendment Bill 2020.
Motion moved. The question is the Andhra Pradesh Charitable and Hindu Religious Institutions and Endowments, Second Amendment Bill 2020 be introduced. Those who are for the motion, please say yeah. Those who are against, please say no. Ayes have it, ayes have it. The motion is carried and the bill is introduced. I request the Minister for Endowments to move the motion for taking into consideration of Andhra Pradesh Charitable and Hindu Religious Institutions and Endowments, Second Amendment Bill 2020. Minister move.
Adhyaksha, I beg to move that the Andhra Pradesh Charitable Hindu Religious Institutions and Endowments, Second Amendment Bill 2020 be taken into consideration.
Motion moved.